Today's video is going to be me ranking my top 5 favorite Arkham bat suits. So we're not going to be talking about DLC suits. I'm just talking main story suits and suits that kind of go along with the main story but aren't in the main story. So I'm going to be making a bunch of top 5 videos from now on. This is the start of my top 5 series, I guess. I don't know, not really a series like I'm going to be doing it once a week or anything, but when I come up with a top 5 video and I feel like it's, something interesting based on my opinion, then, I'll post it up. So, and by the way, there is a top 5 coming out this weekend, hopefully. So I'll keep you guys updated about that on Twitter. But yeah, let's get on with the video. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the Arkham Origins suit. Now, the reason it's this low is mostly based on my opinion on its place in the Arkhamverse story-wise. So to me, it doesn't really make any sense, and I'll explain why. So if you look at Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, those suits are relatively similar, and they both are around the area of time where it was like 7 years into Batman's career, 5 to 7 years. I think it's around 7 more. But if you go back to Arkham Origins, which is year 2, he has this suit that's so much more technically advanced. I mean, he has, even in Cold Heart, he has the XE suit, which is like the Arkham Origins suit on steroids, basically. And I'm not saying it's a bad suit, because I actually really love the Arkham Origins suit, but it just doesn't make that much sense why he has such a more technically advanced suit early on, but then later on he has these suits that are, I mean, they're bulletproof, but they're like fabric and they're not as protective. So it just doesn't make a huge lot of sense. And it's one of the things that makes that game, Arkham Origins, feel a lot more disconnected to the Arkham franchise. One of the reasons. And I know a lot of other Arkham YouTubers feel that way too. But yeah, not coming down hard on this suit for a suit, just really on its significance in the story. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I do love this suit. So let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is a suit that is often forgotten about, and it kind of upsets me that it's so forgotten about, because it's one of my favorite suits in all of the Batman games, including DLC suits. It's one of my favorites. And this suit is the Arkham Asylum Armored suit. Now, some people could say, like, well, it's really basically the Arkham City Armored Edition suit, but it's not. It's different. And you got to understand, when I think I'm a little biased when it comes to this. Maybe it is really similar. I mean, I know it's similar, but it's not exactly the same. But a lot of it comes from when I was a kid and I saw this suit in the challenge maps. I was like, damn, man, I wish I had that in the story. And I would always use that suit over the normal Arkham Asylum suit. And I think it was in part because, I mean, obviously I was a kid, so you feel stronger. You think it's going to make a difference in the game. And it really doesn't, but I was playing around on Arkham Asylum today in the suit, and it feels right. It feels good to be in that suit. And it's just a fun suit. It's not really like something that makes a whole lot of difference, and it's not like a crazy interesting suit necessarily, but I just love the design of it. I think it's so rock steady. Like, that's such a design that they would make, and it looks great. And it really actually, if you look at it, fits into the Arkham Asylum world pretty well. I wish it was available in free roam on Return to Arkham, but we all know that thing is horrendous in certain aspects. But yeah, so that's my number 4 pick. I love this suit, and yeah, let's move on to number 3. So as we make our way into the top 3, I do want to say that all 3 of these are relatively interchangeable. They could all be number 1, 2, or 3, but this is just the order I felt today. This is how I was feeling today, but it really depends on how I'm feeling a certain day. I might like one of these suits better. So coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the Arkham Knight suit. Now, the Arkham Knight suit will always be near and dear to my heart because of how much hype there was surrounding the game. I remember being, a young kid when it was announced in 2014. I remember I was playing Arkham Origins multiplayer, and I saw the trailer and I went, holy shit, this is such a step up. It's incredible. It looks insane. And I've loved this suit ever since we saw it. It's such an advancement from the first 2 Arkham games. And even if you look at Arkham Origins suit, it's such a huge advancement. I mean, if you look at it, it's very like Iron Man-ish in the movies. It's just really armored, but you also feel super sleek in it. Like, you can do everything that you could if you weren't wearing that much armor. And the design is incredible. I love it. It fits perfectly in that world that they created for Arkham Knight. And that's one of the things I look for in these suits is not necessarily how much I like it, because there's a lot of DLC suits in Arkham Knight that I love, but it just doesn't fit in the world because it's not meant to. And this suit is literally, it's perfect for that game. And the tints of blue and gray in that suit are great. It kind of has like 3 different colors in one. It's gray, blue, and black all in one, and you can see all the different tints and how smooth the armor is. It's just great, and you can see all the little idiosyncrasies in the armor, like the mesh plating and the scratches on the gauntlets and whatnot. So a lot of detail. It's a great suit, and I love it. So moving on to the number 2 spot, we have Arkham City. Now this suit holds a special place in my heart because of how much I played Arkham City as a young kid and how much I loved the game. Now, I had gotten Arkham Asylum a little bit before Arkham City, and when I got Arkham City, it felt like something fresh and something new because of everything that it brought to the table that it expanded upon from Arkham Asylum. It made everything a little bit better, like elevated Arkham Asylum to make it like a perfect Batman game. And I think everyone felt that way when they played it. It just felt more fluent and vibrant, and the suit itself is incredible for that game. It's much more vibrant than the Arkham Asylum suit, but it doesn't stray too far from that original idea of having a darker, kind of a bulky, brooding Batman. Whereas Arkham Asylum's was, it was gray and black, and that's it. But Arkham City's was gray, but you could see now like a new tint of blue into the cowl, and it looked incredible. They didn't change much about the suit, but I do love the switches that they made, the subtle changes. Like, they added extra armor to the gauntlets and the boots, and the belt was different. And I don't know, the cowl overall looked different. Batman's face looks different in it. And that's probably partially due to game design, but the suit just, I don't know, it makes Batman pop a little bit more than the Arkham Asylum one does. And I love that suit. I played Arkham City so much when I was younger, and just, I think maybe playing it so much also adds to the love of the suit because that game is like number 1 for so long. I mean, I played it from 2012 all the way to 2015, like nonstop. Like I played the hell out of that game, and the suit means so much to a lot of people, but also the suit the story elevates the suit, to be honest with you. I mean, if you look at Arkham City as a whole, everything makes sense in the game, and it's all perfectly interwoven together. The suit doesn't even feel like it can be replaced. It's like interchangeable. It's like it's ingrained in the story. And it feels that way for all these games, but specifically Arkham City, because it's so perfectly made and balanced that you can't change it. You can't realize another suit being in that game. And that suit is so special to me and a lot of other people, and I love that suit. And of course, guys, for number 1, we have Arkham Asylum suit. This suit paved the way for all of the other suits in the series, and without it, we wouldn't have the iconic Arkham City or Arkham Knight suit, or even the Arkham Origins suit. I mean, it was made specifically to be a prequel to Arkham Asylum, so this suit started it all, and the simplicity of it makes it so great. And I think that this is the only one in the top 3 that's not interchangeable. I think Arkham Asylum suit will always be my favorite suit because it was the first Arkham game I played. It was the first Arkham game, and it's so perfectly interwoven into the story and the atmosphere of the game that I think that it's interchangeable. I mean, there's nothing like it, and I don't think we'll ever get an suit that is so iconic to a game series, apart from maybe Spider-Man PS4. But this suit really, to me, encapsulates what it's like to be Batman in the Arkhamverse. That atmosphere that it gives you. And also the bat symbol on that suit is my favorite on all of the suits. I wish it was on more of the suits, because the bat symbol to me is so sleek and beautiful looking on that suit. It's not the same. A lot of people always mix it up. They're like, oh, well, Arkham Asylum is basically Arkham City suit, whereas for the most part it is. But the bat symbol really, to me, makes that suit because of how different it is. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's sleeker, it's smaller, but it's longer on the chest. It goes from shoulder to shoulder, and the other ones don't do that, and I love it. And I'm sort of rambling on now at this point, but that is my top 5 list, guys. Arkham Asylum reigns supreme. It is GOAT. And guys, I hope you all enjoyed this kind of semi-short video of my top 5 Arkham series suits, and I'll be coming out with more top 5s in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.